Welcome back to Cocktails with Kurt. Today we're doing episode 12, and it's a very special birthday episode because today is my birthday and Kurt is making me a special drink called the Tigershark. So Kurt, this cocktail has some new interesting techniques that we haven't seen before.
Yep.
And it required some kind of preparation, I guess, in advance.
Yes.
So let's talk about that.
Okay, so first off, this is, I think, an original recipe from the Shannon Mustipher book, which we've talked about before. Since I think it's an original, hopefully if she ever sees this or hears about our video, she won't get too annoyed at me. So one of the we do several new techniques. First, we have an infused simple syrup. We also have washed bourbon. So we have coconut oil washed bourbon.
Washed doesn't sound very appetizing.
It does not sound very appetizing. And the fact that it's coconut doesn't sound appetizing to me. But this is Denise's drink,
This
not
is Denise's
mine.
drink, and that's why we have coconut.
That's why we have coconut. So the technique for washing the bourbon is actually pretty simple. You take unrefined coconut oil, which is really thick, heavy, it's got lots of flavor in it, and you let it sit basically in the bourbon. She recommends Four Roses for this. Now
you say you let it sit, but you shook it quite a bit.
You shake it up quite a bit to mix it as much as possible. The simple syrup does not, or the coconut oil does not really emulsify into the bourbon, but it does sit there and definitely gain some characteristics. It sits for about 6 hours. Then you stick the whole thing in the freezer to have the coconut oil solidify. And then this morning I pulled it out of the freezer and put a cheesecloth over it, poured it all into this mixing glass to get all of the solids out. So it's an interesting technique. We'll see how well it works. So the next thing we made was a lemongrass simple syrup. So we started with simple syrup the normal way. So again, 1 part water to 1 part sugar. And then we added, in this case, about 2 ounces of lemongrass in basically coin-shaped discs. We let that boil in the simple syrup for about 5 minutes, and then we let the simple syrup cool for 45 minutes. Took out all the solids. This is what we have here. Let's see, what else do we have? We're also using a new ingredient called falernum. There are lots and lots of versions of falernum, but basically it is a recipe of various tropical herbs and spices, and goes into a lot of tiki drinks. So we use the velvet falernum. It is a relatively low alcohol version of falernum. There are also non-alcoholic versions of falernum.
Would you ever drink falernum by itself?
You could. It's very sweet. So I wouldn't drink it in anything bigger than like this, unless you're really wanting something sweet, but you could definitely drink it straight.
But usually it's a cocktail component.
Usually, for us, it's usually a cocktail component. That's correct. Let's see, is there anything else interesting here? No. We are going to use a new method of mixing the sucker, which is, this is the top end of an immersion blender, and I've got a bottom side of an attachment for the immersion blender. We're actually going to blend the sucker.
Now, why would you do that rather than just shaking it?
It's going to get a much more aeration and emulsification going on using the blender than I could probably ever come up with shaking it.
Okay, but normally for when you shake a drink, it's because there's something like fruit juice that needs to be, like you say, emulsified. But what do we have here that...
we do have lime juice.
Ah, okay.
Neglected to say lime juice, and we also use some Angostura bitters.
Okay.
So that's why it does need the blending. Okay, so, and for the record, this is my version already made. However, it uses uncoconut coconut wash
Oh,
bourbon.
Not a team player, Kurt.
I am a team player. That's why I'm having the drink with you. It's just not, I just don't like coconut.
Oh.
Okay, so 2 ounces of coconut oil washed bourbon. And then oops, usually I do bitters first because it makes less of a mess that way. 2 dashes of bitters.
Angostura bitters.
Angostura bitters. 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, 2 ounces of bourbon, and then 1/2 an ounce of lime, 1/2 ounce of the falernum,
That looks like it has almost a syrupy texture.
It does. It's very viscous. And then 1/2 ounce of the simple syrup. Did I miss anything? I did not miss anything. All right. Now, here's where the experimentation really begins because I've never done this piece before. So
those are just regular ice cubes, not crushed or anything.
She says light ice and an immersion blender. I'm using this thing because, where's the top of it? There it is. Because our immersion blender doesn't fit in any of our bar implements. So I'm doing what I can.
You're MacGyvering it.
I'm MacGyvering it. 10 seconds on high. Let's see what happens. That was 10 seconds on high.
I still see some ice chunks. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm gonna pour this right back in here. So that I can do mine.
Don't you want to rinse it to make sure there's no remaining trace of coconut?
I think I can
That would be a catastrophe.
I can handle a trace of coconut.
All right. Yeah.
Let's experiment. There we go. That's what you get by using a blender, as opposed to anything that I could actually shake.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, clearly you wouldn't be able to crush ice from shaking it.
Right.
I can't wait to taste this.
Yeah. All right, keep them on appropriate sides.
Yes, indeed.
And
well separated.
We're also serving them in brandy snifters.
That's curious. Is that designated by the recipe?
It is.
Why do you think she did that?
If I had to guess, and if the answer is not that it's purely aesthetics, which it certainly could be, it's because the shape of the glass will really enhance the aromas. And we're supposed to be using pebble ice, which is somewhere between crushed ice and cubes, but that requires a special ice maker, which we don't have, and we don't need it often enough.
Yet.
Which we
Yes.
which we don't use often enough that it wouldn't make sense to get one, I don't think.
So what about garnishes?
The garnish is the one thing I truly pucked up on. It is supposed to have edible flowers and dehydrated lime wheels, which I did not prepare in advance, so sorry.
Oh well. All right.
So this is the Tigershark.
Can't wait.
This is the original.
Thank you.
This is the watered down, so to speak.
So I think we're going to have to taste it for our viewers.
Yes.
That is quite tasty.
Mine is not bad either.
All right. Well, on that note, see you next time.
See you next time.